We cannot give what we don't have.
We cannot give what we don't have. Catat teman-teman. Jadi if you want to care about other people, you should care about yourself first. Is that correct?
I think kayaknya yang paling penting sih is to educate yourself. Just to educate yourself about the world, about so many different topics, dan bukan cuma harus lingkungan karena semua di dunia ini itu selalu interconnected ya. And find what it is that you're most passionate about, and lend your skill set, lend your voice, lend your platform. That's because we need it.
Halo semuanya, selamat sore teman-teman. Mudah-mudahan bisa dengar dengan jelas. Selamat sore, jadi ini adalah kedua kali aku akan ngajakin ngobrol-ngobrol beberapa teman-teman aku, dan tamu kita sore hari ini adalah Mbak Nadya Hutagalung. Halo semuanya, udah ada yang waving. I know you all mungkin udah gak sabar pengen nanyain langsung ke Mbak Nadya beberapa pertanyaan-pertanyaan. Please taruh di kolom pertanyaan, nanti akan aku bacain beberapa pertanyaan yang bagus. Sebelumnya aku mau cerita dulu kenapa sih aku mau wawancara Mbak Nadya Hutagalung, karena beberapa waktu lalu, kalau nggak salah tahun lalu gitu, pas aku sempat traveling bareng bersama Mbak Nadya Hutagalung, aku datang sama Asti, adiknya Wirasti, sahabat aku, dan dia datang bersama sahabatnya dia, Joey King, dan ternyata di situ kita ngobrol-ngobrol dan cocok banget. Ternyata Mbak Nadya tuh dia tuh idolaku ya, ngomong-ngomong teman-teman, dari aku kecil, dari aku SMP, SD, zamannya MTV dulu, aku selalu grow up tuh nontonin dia jadi VJ MTV. Terus buat aku dia tuh keren banget, cantik banget, but also very smart, dan dia inspire me so much. Bahkan sampai sekarang makin kesini justru dia lebih mengagumi lagi dan makin menginspirasi aku lagi. Pas aku akhirnya bisa kenal langsung dan ngobrol dalam dan lama itu pas lagi di trip aku ke Greece. Di situ aku realize ternyata orangnya tuh bener-bener asik banget, in real person. Jadi selama ini aku cuma bisa ngeliat dari jauh dia sebagai idola, ternyata benerannya orangnya enak banget dan pinter banget. Dan aku ngobrol sama dia, aku belajar banyak banget, dan diajarin banyak banget juga sama dia. Dia kayaknya it's safe to say dia mungkin salah satu somebody yang aku look up banget sebagai seseorang yang juga kerja di dunia hiburan dan udah kerja dari zaman dia kecil. Dan itu nggak gampang. Aku banyak minta tips dari dia, terus kayak gimana sih refleksi, tukar-menukar tips, how did she does it, dia gimana sih waktu itu mengatasinya dari waktu kecil sampai sekarang. Aku juga masih nungguin dia akan datang untuk live bareng sama aku. Mudah-mudahan pembicaraan kita hari ini bakal seru banget ya.
Hi Mbak, how are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oke, teman-teman yang menonton bisa dengar suaranya nggak? Kok katanya suaranya hilang ya?
Tadi aku nggak bisa dengar. Dian.
Oke, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, but I think nobody else can hear you.
Iya, teman-teman ada yang bisa dengar suara aku nggak? Suaranya masih hilang. Ada suaranya. Oke, good. Oke, dengar. Oke, good. Good time. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm so thankful that you can give me your time. I know you're so busy.
No,
and I've been following.
Very happy to be here. Yes.
I've been following your social media, and I've been, looking at the activities you've got with. I've seen your Instagram live. I've seen you're all over the place. You're everywhere.
At the moment, it seems to be. Yeah, I think it's the itchiness, because I'm so used to flying around the world and speaking and lending my voice to things that when I sit home, I'm like, okay, how do we shift this? And I'm sure you feel similar too, right? In terms of your creative output and wanting to give and express. So I'm sure you're also all over the place too.
I know. Aren't we all, yeah, Mbak? But I have a lot of questions for you that I really want to talk about. And I am very taken with one of your Instagram lives. I think it's last week or something. I think you had that Instagram live with, the person that had that contentment.org, and it was, I think, and you posted with a caption like this, that happiness is an inside job. And that is actually very intriguing, because I think at this very moment, a lot of us is actually dealing with the problem of happiness. Are we are in a right mental health, facing all of this uncertainty? aku juga ngerasa banyak sekali penonton-penonton juga sebenarnya they need to be aware more about where they are right now mentally. Are they happy? Are they not happy? Are they okay? Are they not okay? And how is it okay to be not okay? Can you please elaborate more about this? Maybe a lot of our followers need to, understand more about this.
It's such a huge topic.
I know. Sorry.
Where should I start? Okay.
Okay.
Aku campur sebisanya, aku campur bahasa Indonesia ya.
Campur-campur bahasa Indonesia juga.
Sebisanya. Tapi sebetulnya kalau saya bicara mengenai hal-hal ini, sebetulnya lebih enak dalam bahasa Inggris karena supaya nggak salah gitu kan.
Campur-campur aja nggak apa-apa, Mbak.
So happiness, what is happiness? Sering sekali kita anggap bahwa kita akan happy kalau kita dapat sesuatu. Ya.
Okay.
I'm gonna be so happy if I get that car. My life is gonna be like everything, Kalau saya sudah dapat suami yang gini-gini, I'm gonna be happy, gitu kan? Or if I get that bag, my life is complete, gitu kan? This is the stories. Itu cerita-cerita yang these are the stories we tell ourselves, kan?
Okay.
And
we believe that, gitu ya?
And we believe it. So the problem is that we have this a reality yang it's not realistic, an unrealistic view of reality first, and an unrealistic view of what makes us happy. So if we can find happiness that doesn't come from things, it does not depend on outside sources, it does not depend on other people, then that's a happiness that no matter what's going on outside, it makes us easier to stay in this kind of this state. Jadi kita nggak terlalu happy, nggak
tergantung,
happy, not terribly sad gitu. We just kind of stay like in this balanced state.
Jadi nggak tergantung with any external condition gitu ya, Mbak Nadya?
Yes, but of course we're human beings, right? We have emotions. So yang pasti we're going to be affected by things. Tapi how long? Sampai berapa lama we're affected by these emotions, right? Or how long and how much do we react, right? We have, you can see, right? So the same situasi yang sama bisa terjadi dengan dua orang, tapi mereka anggapnya beda.
Betul.
Berarti situasinya itu, that's not the measurement of what happened. The measurement of what happened is in the mind.
What happened inside? How we think about it, Mbak Nadya?
Iya, di dalam pikiran, di dalam our own mind. So it's important that we have these tools to be able to sort of regulate and say, okay, well, how should I really look at this situation, and how do I find perspective, and how do I
benefit, like belajar dari the situation or something?
Well, yes. Also, how do I learn? What am I going to learn from this? Karena sebetulnya banyak sekali situasi dalam hidup kita kalau itu dianggap tantangan, challenge ya, tantangan. Is that challenge?
Yeah.
Sebetulnya itu adalah kesempatan untuk belajar dan grow, because if we can grow from these challenges, that's amazing. Because cuman kalau ada tantangan, it's like I can feel myself, it's just like it's pushing, it's growing, because if every day is the same, boring gitu, sama terus, mana ada kesempatan untuk grow? Nggak ada. So we have to be grateful for it.
We have to be very good. So, from what I learned, kadang-kadang it's very easy. The trick to make any situation that you're facing into becoming something yang bisa tetap bikin kita happy. Sometimes katanya you should be grateful. Is that true? What's your opinion on that, Mbak?
I think absolutely. And kadang-kadang itu susah when we are in a difficult time in our lives, sometimes it's really hard to think about gratitude, but when I say perspective, tadi kan aku bilang perspective ya, if you really put your life into perspective and you really look at your life comparing to others, and not just comparing up, but comparing down, right? There are so many people who are suffering right now. So many people who are suffering.
Yang jauh lebih nggak beruntung dari kita ya, Mbak ya?
Yes. So many. So many. Jadi, what if I have a roof over my head, and if I have a bed to sleep in, if I have clean water to drink, there is more than millions of people on this planet. Millions. You know?
But so how do we keep ourselves in a very good state of mind, in a very happy, considerably happy state when we are actually right now lagi facing this uncertainty? Ini kan kita lagi ada di pandemi gitu loh. A lot of people lose their job and kita nggak ada yang tahu ini sampai kapan. A lot of people harus adapting into, harus bisa self-sufficient financially even by working from home gitu. And it's quite challenging for a lot of people with different jobs and different backgrounds gitu. How do you see it, Mbak? Tapi I believe orang-orang kayak kita yang bisa grateful tuh selalu bisa melihat bahwa everything happens for a great reason gitu loh. Even mungkin in a different aspect gitu, in terms of environmentally, this pandemic, this social distancing worldwide is actually doing good for our earth gitu loh. Can you please elaborate about your opinion about your own reflection about what we're facing right now?
Okay, so I think the first part of your question was about how do we maintain hope, and the second part of the question is like where are we headed in terms of the environment, right?
Right.
Yeah. So how do we maintain hope? I think we maintain hope when we switch off the news a little bit, and because the news is because it's true, right? The news is only telling us the bad stuff.
Right.
You know, and instead go and research about all of the incredible people who are doing amazing things.
Right.
You know, because there's so many people. Ada banyak sekali orang yang they're using technology and innovation and science to really come up with some incredible solutions for the world's greatest problems, right? And there are people out there who are just like their hearts are just incredible, you know. Aku sekarang kan baru launching We The Good di Singapura, itu sebuah platform.
Ya, aku lihat tuh.
COVID, ya. Jadi bukan setiap hari sih, sering sekali saya mau bicara sama orang-orang yang started the charity, yayasan-yayasan di Singapura yang bantu orang yang kena efek dari COVID, if it's migrant workers or mental health or individuals or families at risk. So, you know, we really see how much these people are suffering, and you also see how incredible some people are just giving. They're giving limitlessly. They're giving so much of themselves, you know. And walaupun mereka pun nggak ada, they don't have it, like they're not rich, mereka nggak kaya, they don't have a lot to give, but they're giving of themselves, their time, you know. Barusan saya on the line dengan somebody who gave his personal phone number to something like 8,000. Bukan, 8,000 migrant workers di Singapura. He gave his number because they just need somebody. Kan kalau di sini we think okay, mereka perlu donasi, okay, we give them clothes, okay, we give them shampoo, we give them hand sanitizer, mereka udah okay. But what they need is human connection. You know, so he gave his number to 8,000, and they call him at 2:00 in the morning. You know, like, hi, what are you doing?
Lucu banget sih.
Because we need this, right? As humans, we need this human connection. Jadi, it's important to really look at the people who are doing amazing work in society. Terus, kalau kita lihat sekarang dengan masalah climate change and lingkungan, kalau dilihat dari luar sih, ya the sky is blue, and mungkin binatang-binatang sekarang lebih bebas untuk masuk ke, you know, they come into the city and all this kind of stuff. We see these photos, right? But
like birds, apa gitu-gitu ya, Mbak?
Yes, and for me, I have so many birds here. It's amazing in Singapore. But what we don't know is that our carbon emissions have not dropped that much.
Belum?
No, not enough. Nowhere near enough. And actually, one of the biggest issues that we have with our environment is biodiversity, right? And that is ensuring that we have the right amount of, you know, we maintain the species that we have on the planet, because all of these species play a role. And so during this time of COVID lockdown, banyak sekali NGO yang kerja di bidang konservasi, mereka sebetulnya itu duitnya masuk dari tourism.
Okay.
Jadi udah nggak ada turis, they lose so much money. Like, for example, in Kenya, di ada tempatnya namanya Olkajeta. They are home of the last 2 northern white rhinos. I was just on a call with them, and this year, already in this year, they lost $5.5 million.
Because there's no tourism.
Because there's no tourism. And so that's money that protects, that can pay for the ranges, pay for the technology to help to secure, their landscapes. And because on one side, we lose so much in tourism dollars, right? So they can't afford to pay a lot of their people. On the other side, di Afrika atau di tempat-tempat lain di dunia ini, banyak orang yang hilang kerja. They lose their jobs. Mereka kembali ke kampung-kampung, and then they have to do the illegal wildlife trade.
Oh.
Karena mereka nggak ada choice kan. Jadi masuk lagi ke poaching.
Oh gitu.
Yeah. So actually, conservation and in terms of protecting our most endangered species right now, it's not a good time. It's really not a good time. So while we might see that temporarily the skies are blue, but actually, in terms of protecting our wildlife, it's not a good time.
I just learned about this, Mbak. Aku baru tahu kalau ternyata carbon emission di dunia itu belum turun ya. Apa ya logiknya ya?
Baru turun sedikit. Because, anyone who is in the office and working in the office, they're now working at home, right? So still the air conditioning and the heating and the cooling is all still up. Yes, we've had a little bit of a decrease. I think it's somewhere between 2 to 5% only, kalau nggak salah.
Oh, wow. Oh gitu. So, jadi kesimpulannya, is it safe to say bahwa sebenarnya karbon emisi yang ada di dunia ini nggak cuma dikontribusi sama lalu lalangnya kendaraan untuk commuting to work, tapi it's also from air conditioner. Can you please educate us more about this, Mbak? I mean, we're so awam about this. Gitu.
And then, my earring's so excited,
I love your earrings.
It's so excited. I think, carbon emissions, one of the greatest, emitters obviously is transportation, but we still are shipping, some goods across the planet, and there's also the agriculture industry. The meat industry is huge. The meat industry is huge.
Okay.
For an individual, if you want to reduce our carbon emissions as an individual, the easiest and fastest way is to reduce.
Yang the biggest change adalah from our diet ya.
Diet. So reduce the meat. Sometimes it's challenging, because we're habitual, right? And we're so used to rasa-rasa yang kita suka, and rasa-rasa yang gives us a feeling of, oh, my mom used to cook this, or we used to eat this as a celebration, kayak gitu kan. So it's not easy, but I would suggest that you start to do your best and reduce. Nggak usah extreme, yeah. I think I had this conversation with you too, right? Like
I did.
Yeah, when you wanted to be vegan, I said that's awesome, but make sure you don't be extreme. Karena kalau extreme, the chances of you quitting is higher.
Okay. I think that's what happened to me, Mbak. I tried vegan, but then aku nggak konsisten gitu loh. I cannot maintain, and then sometimes aku ada kayak eating meat day gitu-gitu. Is that okay, or is that actually lebih preferably nggak sama sekali gitu loh? How would you do it?
I would, well, for me, like I was vegetarian 16 years ago. I started, and then I was vegan, and then I was raw, and then I was starving.
so, buat teman-teman yang nggak tahu apa bedanya antara vegetarian and then vegan sama raw tuh apa? Oke, gimana sih Mbak? Sebenarnya bedanya apa? Kalau vegetarian gimana?
Vegetarian is just no animals. Jadi kalau mereka ada muka nggak bisa dimakan.
Oke, tapi susu masih minum apa nggak?
Susu masih minum, keju, madu. Kayak gitu bisa kalau vegetarian. Tapi kalau vegan itu kita tidak makan produk apapun dibuat oleh atau dari binatang, seperti madu, susu, kayak gitu-gitu, supaya
sama sekali enggak gitu.
Sama sekali enggak. So it's for your own health, also for the planet, for your health, and it's also for the animals. There's many reasons why it's good to have a plant-based lifestyle. Jadi bukan cuma buat kita atau losing weight or any of those things. Actually, the planet needs us to be plant-based. It really, really does. So I think daripada ekstrim, mendingan kurangin aja. Kurangin aja. If you can do like 50-50, that's great. And then you can yang penting, misalnya kalau baru you start and then you do 50% and then sambil kamu cari makanan-makanan yang enak yang kamu bisa makan. Atau resep-resep yang kamu bisa makan. Karena kalau kamu vegan and then you're like, oh no, I'm vegan, I'm vegan. Terus you go out and then you cannot get food. Akhirnya you don't eat and then you give up. Ya kan?
Iya, jadi
mendingan middle.
Harus bawa bekal gitu kemana-mana kali ya. Do you have to cook everywhere and prepare food? Like, how would you do it? Did you do that? Like, was it easy for you to find things to eat outside of the house when you were just starting, vegetarian or starting vegan?
Well, we cook a lot. I love food, and so sebetulnya aku kan juga banyak alergi makanan juga. Jadi in the beginning days aku grumpy banget karena I really miss food. Yeah, so akhirnya I was like, you know what, I have to cook myself. I have to be the one to look after and be responsible for my happiness, gitu kan. So we did a lot of cooking, but when aku pernah syuting buat Discovery Channel, kita keliling Indonesia 6 bulan kalau nggak salah. And kalau kita keliling Indonesia, I realized actually how difficult it is to find good nutritious food.
Nutritious food, okay.
Nutritious food. Nutritious food that is vegan.
That big? Okay.
So I was like, and I was so strict. At that time, I was so strict, and I was like, and I'm also allergic to MSG. Jadi bayangin, aku ke kampung-kampung, mana bisa makan? Aku akhirnya makan nasi doang kan. So
nasi doang, I know, with salt or with vegetable or not without anything.
I don't remember. I was just so grumpy. Aku grumpy banget. I was so grumpy. So in the end, aku kan bolak-balik setiap 3 hari. Jadi syuting 3 hari pulang, because I've got kids, right? So I would bring a ice box. Aku bawa ice box dari Bali. Aku waktu itu masih tinggal di Bali. Ada wortel, ada pesto, ada yogurt, ada granola, ada semua di dalam ice box itu. I bring my food and then I'm happy.
This is when you were still vegetarian ya, Mbak ya?
Yes, when I was.
Jadi masih bisa makan yogurt. So yogurt is dairy, right?
Vegetarian, yeah. No, but
okay.
We have coconut yogurt also.
Coconut yogurt ya, aku tuh susah loh. Kadang-kadang di Indonesia juga susah soalnya dapetin kayak ada faux cheese, atau vegan yogurt, vegan cheese gitu kan susah kan. Karena if you live in a country di mana itu lebih more accessible, I don't know, mungkin di Bali tuh lebih banyak ya resources untuk bisa makan plant-based. Mbak, nih ada yang nanya nih. So mereka ada yang nanya raw lifestyle, is it raw meat? Ya kalau udah nyampe raw mestinya nggak makan daging lagi ya Mbak. So, kalau raw tuh gimana? Apa bedanya sama vegan? Mbak? So you just eat everything, nggak di-cook gitu?
Yeah, okay. So raw is where you prepare the food, but it's below 42 degrees.
Oke, jadi nggak boleh sampai panas banget.
Nggak boleh sampai panas banget karena the nutritional value of the food itu hilang kalau terlalu panas. Jadi nutrisinya sangat tinggi kalau kita makan raw. So tapi preparasinya lebih detailed,
lebih banyak, lebih meticulous gitu ya.
Yeah, it's super a lot of preparation.
Apa what do you do? Like dicuci and then like di steam gitu.
No, okay. So if you wanna do raw food, there's a few different things that you do. So like one is like you dehydrate the food. So misalnya aku mau bikin salad dan di saladnya itu dikasih cashews yang sudah dehydrate. So satu malam itu cashewnya direndam dalam air, and then besoknya di marinate dengan saus bumbunya apa whatever you want, whatever flavors. Terus dimasukin ke dehydrator. The dehydrator takes the fluids out of the foods, and then it essentially cooks them, but over a very long period of time. So it bisa 3 hari, 2 hari gitu di dalam dehydrator baru bisa dimakan. So you imagine me trying to prepare food for the family. It's so challenging. Wow. So I gave up.
This is very funny. Aku ingat dulu Mbak Nadya soalnya pernah ngobrol-ngobrol sama aku dan pernah bilang bahwa katanya ternyata I actually turned my whole family into becoming a vegan setelah setahun, tapi mereka nggak nyadar. Can you please tell us more about this? Like, how did you do it? So you were cooking for the whole family for the whole time?
Yes. So I was vegetarian first, and then aku kan vegetarian dulu, baru aku kan coba, okay, how am I gonna cook for everybody? Tapi aku nggak mau pegang daging. Aku nggak bisa pegang daging soalnya.
Oh gitu?
Nggak bisa, because it's like it's the animal. It's, to me, beef is a cow. It is a living creature, so it's very hard for me to handle it, right?
To touch it.
Nggak bisa masuk buat mereka juga kan. So aku harus cari solusi untuk kasih mereka makan supaya mereka nggak tahu that they're vegetarian. So I had to perfect the burger, lasagna, bolognese, shepherd's pie, sausage rolls, all the meaty dishes.
Burger juga ya?
Burger. So that they don't know that they're not eating meat. And then I think udah hampir 1 tahun, and then suamiku masuk jadi vegetarian juga. Akhirnya dia lagi makan spaghetti bolognese yang harusnya dari daging kan, beef. Dia makan gitu kan, semua lagi makan spaghetti bolognese. Anak-anak baru sadar, hah? Kenapa dia bisa makan ini? And I was like, well, it's not meat. And then they're like, oh, I see. You guys have been tricking me for so long. Yeah.
So, Mbak, sebenarnya buat teman-teman di sini pasti bingung banget. Berarti kalau misalnya udah jadi vegan atau vegetarian, basically bakso, does it count as something vegan? Or ada yang nanya nih, siomay gimana? Because it's basically kan tepung, but it uses like daging atau ikan sebagai bagian dari perasanya kan? Like, how does it count?
That's not vegetarian.
That's not vegetarian, right? Yeah. Guys, not vegetarian. Bakso, somai, not vegetarian. Definitely not vegan apalagi ya.
No, definitely not.
So fish is also not vegetarian kan, Mbak?
No, it's got a face. If it has a face and parents, it's, yeah, you cannot eat it if it's vegetarian.
It's an animal.
Yeah.
Jadi nggak bisa vegetarian tapi makan ikan. Jadi kalau if you are, berarti you're a pescatarian gitu kali ya Mbak? What do you think about being pescatarian? Would it contribute as much to the environment atau enggak? Apa gimana?
Pescatarian, eating fish has a lot of issues. Also, our seas are incredibly overfished. Aku baru on the line dengan Dr. Sylvia Earle. She was Time Woman of the Year. She's one of the original female activists, and she's an incredible woman, really an incredible, holding so many records. And you know, she sees what's happening in the oceans, and it's devastating. Itu juga karena we don't see it. So if we don't see it, we don't know what the problem, problem is, right? Fish has a lot of mercury. Air kita kan sangat polluted ya.
Yeah.
Air kita sangat polluted, and the fish have very high mercury levels in them. Dan kalau kita consume ikan itu, we are ingesting that pollution, those metals, the mercury. Also, you know, through fish, karena di laut sekarang kan ada banyak sekali mikroplastik. Mikroplastik itu udah seperti pasir, kecil-kecil itu kan. Karena kalau plastik masuk ke dalam laut, it breaks down. Itu nggak hilang, nggak akan habis, tidak habis. Tapi cuma jadi kecil, makin kecil itu kayak pasir. Banyak sekali ikan itu isinya semua plastik. Dan kita udah tahu kan, plastik itu sebetulnya tidak bagus buat kesehatan kita. It gives us cancer, right? So we are every week, setiap minggu kalau nggak salah, consume 1 credit card of plastic every week.
Into our body?
Into our bodies. This much plastic.
Wow.
Every week we consume because of the pollution in the environment. Jadi kalau kita bisa mengurangi konsumsi ikan, it's better for us and it's better for the ocean. for the planet. Well, when I say it's better for the ocean, I also mean for us, because we, as humans, we need this balanced ecosystem, right? So, but it's important. Penting sekali kita belajar makanan kita dari mana, produk yang kita beli dari mana, company yang kita support itu, what are they doing? Are they ethical? Are they damaging the environment? So it's important to learn as much as possible. It's the most important thing.
This is very ini kayak pencerahan banget buat kita yang mungkin belum aware tentang isu-isu ini. Tapi pasti teman-teman juga banyak yang pengen tahu bahwa kalau Mbak Nadya gimana sih? How did you find akhirnya this kind of lifestyle is actually the one is suitable for you? Like what was the journey? It's like kayak gimana sih revelationnya? How did you find out about all this, and when did you took this decision untuk mengubah sampai your lifestyle?
Sebetulnya dari mami, dari kecil, karena ibu saya dari kecil dia udah ngomong banyak tentang global warming, being self-sustainable, climate change. Dia tanam her own veggie garden, composting, dan sebelum saya lahir dia sempat tinggal di Indonesia. Ibuku dari Australia, papa dari Indonesia, orang Batak. So dari kecil dia sudah banyak cerita mengenai hal-hal itu, dan walaupun saya tidak begitu mengerti waktu itu, when I get a bit older I start to understand these things, right? And aku selalu curious. I've always been really, really curious and asked a lot of questions about life, about everything, about who we are, what we're doing, why we're here, like all of this. Because
those philosophical questions.
All of those questions, because I was never just satisfied with just because, and then you live and then you die, right? So in that journey, dalam proses itu, aku kan, I just had to there's always something more that you learn, and when you learn about who we are and our impact on our planet, and how many people we have on this planet, and how many resources we have on this planet. Whatever water, air, apapun yang ada di dunia ini tidak akan increase. Air yang ada sekarang, that's it. There's no more water that comes from anywhere. Air yang turun comes down from the clouds, it goes into the rivers, goes into the seas, we drink it, then it goes back up again. It's a cycle like this. Tapi the water that we can consume is becoming more and more unusable. Karena polusi, karena construction, karena pabrik, karena itu semua. So we're running out of water. Bali pun is running out of water. Bali is running out of water. So in the time that I lived in Bali, my neighbors had to drill their well deeper and deeper and deeper. Itu di Ubud, bayangan di bawah. Sementara everyone wants to go and have big baths and stay in the hotels, and the hotels have these lavish swimming pools and everything. But Bali's got no water, right? So we just need to really think. Anyway, so why do I do this? Karena sebagai seorang ibu, buat saya rasa I'm not responsible kalau saya tidak melakukan apapun yang saya bisa lakukan with my skill set to do whatever I can for my kids' future. Kalau kita lihat kondisi sekarang dengan COVID, this is just the beginning. This is just a sample. Ini baru sampel, baru teaser of masa depan kita. Climate change is much worse. Climate change is much, much worse. Dan
in terms of apanya nih Mbak? Gimana nih, jadi maksudnya in terms of kita terkena wabah gitu, ada banyak penyakit gitu, atau
everything. Kalau kita lihat situasi sekarang kan, we're all in lockdown, dan sebetulnya kita di lockdown sekarang itu karena the way we treat the earth, the way we treated the earth and the way that we treated animals is why we have COVID. Karena kita merusakkan habitat binatang makin keluar, dan binatang itu makin diambil, ditaruh di wet market, dimakan, binatang liar itu kan. They're not for eating, and that's how we get these. It's called zoonotic. Namanya zoonotic diseases.
Zoonotic diseases.
Yes.
Ini teorinya di mana nih Mbak? I want to learn more about this. I mean,
so
what can I read about it?
Most of the pandemics semua pandemic and epidemic itu semuanya mulanya dari makan binatang atau proximity to binatang, wild animals.
Oh gitu.
Yes.
Semua jadi let me refresh. Jadi semua penyakit yang ada di kehidupan manusia itu semua rata-rata karena
most of the pandemics is because of zoonotic diseases, from bats, from cows, from all this. Yeah. So before, if you look at it, right, we were the ones putting the animals in cages, right, and ruining their environment. The birds can't breathe. The fish cannot survive in the oceans. Nah, sekarang lihat kita. We're the ones in cages, and we cannot breathe. We cannot go outside, right? So we have to really think. We have to really remember asalnya dari mana, gitu kan. So moving forward, the challenge is that climate change is going to be much worse. Now, dan also, if we look at the problems that are happening in the US right now, and that itu affected dari George Floyd is spilling over to the whole world. Why? Because people are hungry. People are stressed, right? People are afraid because of the uncertainty, right? Jadi, karena hal-hal itu, actually, COVID, sebetulnya we had these problems di dalam society kita dari lama. Racism, inequality, broken food systems, all of these problems were there, tapi ditutupi. But with COVID, we pulled off the plaster, dan semua penyakit itu all comes up, right? So anybody who was on the fridge, whether it was refugees or anyone who's already in a position where they're suffering, they're being pushed even more, right? Climate change is going to be much worse, right? Food systems right now, because people can't work. I mean, I don't know about in Jakarta, tapi di Singapura kita nggak bisa dapat tomato paste, we cannot get flour, we cannot get all kinds of things.
Oh ya? Udah nggak bisa dibeli, habis di mana-mana. Apa gimana?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Because the transportation systems, people are not working.
Supply chain tuh udah nggak seperti sebelumnya gitu ya.
Yeah, and climate change is like that, but worse. And unfortunately, the most marginalized are the ones who are going to feel it the most.
Wow, this is very kayak kalau misalnya Mbak Nadya bisa educate kita yang follower dari Indonesia nih ya, banyak loh orang Indonesia yang masih belum aware tentang ini karena mereka sendiri juga masih struggling gitu loh, apalagi dengan adanya this coronavirus ya, like you said, all the plasters, semua hal yang nutupin semua problem-problem yang ada di masyarakat sekarang diambil. So problem tentang inequality, tentang segregasi, orang yang nggak bisa tolerance dengan orang-orang yang nampak berbeda atau dengan latar belakang yang berbeda dari kita tuh jadi kelihatan semuanya gitu loh, semua perbedaan dan semua kesenjangan itu. So now you're talking about climate crisis, yeah. You're talking about. So how soon is this climate crisis that we are facing eventually? Terus apa aja yang kita bisa lakukan supaya we can be more prepared, atau at least kita bikin ini jadi sesuatu yang bisa kita tahan gitu loh bersama-sama supaya it's not gonna do that soon gitu loh.
Yeah.
Apa is it gonna happen in the generation of my kids atau in the generation of my grandkids atau gimana? Should we stop having kids altogether?
Yes.
Gitu. I mean that's a big question now gitu loh. There's orang suka nanya kenapa nggak hamil lagi? Wait a minute, we're in the climate crisis world right now. Like, is it a wise idea to bring another baby into a world that we cannot actually fix gitu?
Yeah, no, I it's menurut saya, dan that's my view ya, dan aku sudah di dalam bidang konservasi dari tahun 96. This is the first time that I spoke about conservation issues. Dan dengan my role with the United Nations, aku juga expose on an international level to the world's top scientists. Jadi aku sempat juga bantu launching the United Nations Global Environment Outlook, dan itu adalah dokumen yang paling lengkap dan from the world's top scientists tentang the situation of our planet. And the view is not good, right? The where we're headed is not good, and we are on that path. We are on that path, and kayaknya sekarang udah nggak bisa dibalikin lagi sebetulnya.
Kalau 10 tahun lalu kan kayaknya masih ada skenario narasi bahwa we can actually undo that gitu loh. Zamannya, presentasinya siapa sih? Who's that guy again yang bikin film apa? Al Gore. Tapi sekarang skenarionya udah nggak gitu lagi ya Mbak ya?
Well,
not undoable. Apa gimana sih?
Reversible. Well,
reversible.
It could happen. It could happen, but it's not. We have the potential right now, and this is like the time where we should all be waking up, but we're not. So that's the sad part, right? If we want to say, we need to have hope, and sure, we do need to have hope. We do need to maintain hope. We're moms. You're a mom. I'm a mom. We have to have some kind of hope, right? But the truth is, and I'm going to be very honest here, it's not happening. The things that need to change, the governments that need to step up. I mean, look at Indonesia. They said they're not going to be trying because they have to feed the economy, right? So, so it's like short-term gain for long-term absolute disaster. And so, what can we do? What can we do? To me, the most important thing that needs to happen is we look after our mental health.
Okay, I'm gonna take note on that because
what's going to happen is going to happen. Yes, there's science, innovation, and technology that are there. They're waiting. The world's top scientists and technologists and innovators. I sat there, watching them on a panel in London, and they sat there and they just said, kita nggak ada solusi yang kamu cari. We don't have the solutions. Tapi kalau kamu datang dengan problem, we can make the solution. You know what I mean? They don't have off-the-shelf product gitu kan. Jadi mereka nggak, I'm selling you this product. But kalau kita datang ke mereka dan bilang, we have this problem. Do you have the technology, the innovation, and the brains and the science to fix it? They're like, yeah, let's do that, right? The problem is there's too much inertia. Banyak orang yang nggak mau berubah. Apalagi di high level, they don't want to change, right? They lose too much if they change. So that's our problem. So mental health is really important because what's going to happen will happen. We cannot deny it, right? We cannot pretend. Kita nggak bisa pikir, after COVID everything's going to be okay. Aku bisa kembali ke hidup yang dulu. Enggak. Ini adalah mulainya. Then climate change is a bigger problem. Okay, so looking after our mental health, apalagi di anak-anak sekolah. Okay, jadi dunia ini sudah dirusakin oleh the generasi sebelumnya,
Generasi sebelumnya,
So we have to give the tools to the generation that's coming up in this world for them to be able to deal with the problems that we're leaving them, so that they have their own inner resilience. Right? Seperti tadi aku bilang kan in the beginning, right? Whatever's happening on the outside, if we have our own tools inside to find contentment, to find happiness and calm, then we can deal with problems on the outside much better, right? And that needs to be something that works into the education systems, right? The other element is if we give them the tools to be calm and content and have mindfulness and kindness and compassion and community, a focus on those things in schools, then they'll have the space. Karena kalau kita lagi stres, kita nggak bisa cari solusi. Nggak bisa. Dan solusi itu cuma bisa diakses dengan mind yang kreatif. Kreatif mind itu tutup kalau kita lagi stres.
You're right.
You know?
No wonder I'm not productive all this time because I was in a lot of stress.
Yes.
Okay.
And a lot of the time we also think in relation to what you're saying, this is a stressful time and I need to find solutions and I need to work, and then makin stress gitu kan.
Makin stress.
Sebetulnya we need to play. We need joy. We need play. We need to dance and not feel guilty about that. Because only when we can let go of all of the stress and tension and dream a little bit can we find the solutions.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a bit itu agak-agak bikin aku enteng ya. Kayak so, agenda hari ini dan hari esok adalah joget sama anak-anak di dapur. Gitu kali ya Mbak Nadya.
Yes, yes. We have to.
Aduh.
Because when we're stressed, it's neuroscience, yeah? When we're stressed, the brain does this. And we cannot find the solutions. So mental health is really important.
Mental health, jadi itu penting. Jadi kalau kita lagi stres, kayak our brain cannot work, it's going into a survival mode. Is that correct?
Yes.
So in order to grow, untuk bisa keluar dengan solusi-solusi baru, we need to be able to like relax the brain a bit.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay, so because kita kayaknya udah tinggal beberapa belas menit lagi, I'm going to ask you practical questions from a mother to another. What are the useful skills of yang bisa diajarin ke anak-anak kita untuk punya skill set untuk bisa maintaining a required mental health untuk bisa menghadapi the challenges that we're gonna face in the future?
Okay.
What are the things that you taught your daughter misalnya gitu, or what are the things that you talk to your sons?
Okay, so I have three kids. Two of them, the oldest and the youngest, are very good with sharing and communicating. The middle one doesn't communicate so much, at least not with me, right? So the one of the things, sebagai orang Asia, kita kan sebetulnya biasanya kalau ada masalah atau ada kejadian atau kalau karena lagi ada perasaan apa, ditutupin.
Right, benar. Nggak diobrolin gitu ya?
Nggak diobrolin. And kalau diobrolin juga dicuekin biasanya. Apalagi semua orang tua kan, like, oh, okay, thanks, you know, like that's TMI, too much information. But what needs to happen is we need to encourage our kids to talk and share as much as possible. Dan mereka cuma bisa gitu kalau mereka lihat orang tuanya tidak mereka nggak judging. Bukan cuma nggak judging di mereka, tapi kita nggak judging orang di sekitarnya kita. Kalau mereka lihat itu, mereka merasa bahwa apa yang mereka mau bilang, it's safe.
Okay, so kadang-kadang kan kita orang-orang Indonesia tuh suka secara sadar nggak sadar kayak comments on other people di luar keluarga kita in a maybe negative way, and that becomes like a judgment point of view kan dari yang kita lihat, kayak misalnya, orang itu kok gitu banget sih pakai bajunya, as simple as that. Tapi ternyata anak-anak kita denger gitu loh, and that creates a not safe environment for them to reach out to us. Is that what you say?
Yeah, because they see that you will judge people, right? Kalau mereka lihat kamu judge orang lain, berarti you can also judge them, kan? You know what I mean? So
benar.
Yeah, so it's important that we don't judge, and so dari dulu kita selalu terbuka. Whatever it is that we open, we talk about, you know, whatever, you know, like gay people, you know, anything. It's open, right? We have a very open relationship and discussions, and so they talk to me about everything. Sometimes my eldest, who's 26, he talks to me about things that I'm like,
wow,
I don't need to know that, you know. But thank you so much for telling me. Jadi aku senang sekali karena dia bisa cerita semua, everything to me, and that is the best thing because they feel safe. Then they know that if there's a problem, they can tell me, right? So I think that's the most important thing, and to talk about emotions and to really get familiar with emotions. I'm feeling anxious, and where does anxiety come from? I'm feeling sad, but where does the sadness come from? I'm feeling unsure, you know, and the range of emotions, human emotions, is so complex, right? It's not just okay. Like, how are you today? I'm okay. But what is okay, right? You need to go deeper. Like, is it you're okay on the not so okay side, or okay like I'm just getting by, or okay is like, meh, I don't really care about life, you know, I'm not involved, I'm not engaged. So there's like, you really have to dig deeper because okay is not just okay, right?
Right.
So, talking about emotions, talking about your own emotions, right? Like, di depan mereka juga bilang, you can say, you know, I'm feeling a bit like this because this thing happened and that made me feel like this, and I would like to feel better because, you know, if I feel this way, then I can do X, Y, Z. Because then if you model it for them, they can see that it's okay to do that. Nggak akan langsung, tapi they do. Yeah.
Okay, but I'm gonna stop you right there about this kehidupan motherhood ya that you shared to me. Aku tertarik banget sama gini. I mean, you've also one of the people that work in the entertainment industry since such a very young age, right? And aku juga waktu itu. And kadang-kadang tuh throughout my journey, what I feel is aku have different views, evolving views about how I look at my work and how do I see it. Is it a blessing? Is it a burden? Is it? And I remember Mbak Nadya pernah ngomong sama aku bahwa this time I already understand bahwa actually this somewhat popularity is like you're given a platform di mana akhirnya bisa digunakan platform itu untuk menyebarkan pesan yang lebih baik or something like that. Do you want to elaborate more about that and how did you akhirnya bisa merasakan bahwa this profession of yours is actually like a platform that you can use for a greater good, something like that? And how do you feel how did you find meaning in your work? Dalam sense itu.
Okay, so I first realized that I have a platform itu waktu di MTV tahun 95 atau 6. Di acara Most Wanted, dan di MTV waktu itu sebetulnya kita nggak pakai skrip sebetulnya. Ada prompter, tapi we don't use it. We do the intro and the outro. Tapi in the middle we just talked about whatever we wanted to, and that was what was amazing back then. We were bebas gitu kan. Jadi waktu itu kan aku selalu ngomong mengenai it's International Year of the Ocean, reduce, reuse, recycle, save the orangutan gitu kan. Akhirnya all the requests that we were getting started to have these messages on them. And then my colleague juga bilang, my cousin, sepupu,
ya.
Donasi half of his savings ke orangutan karena kamu gitu kan. Jadi itu dari mulainya itu like, oh wow, I'm not here just to talk about music and talk about be silly on camera. It's like I can actually affect people's minds and their actions for good. Jadi sebelumnya udah mulai dari situ, dan tahun 96 was the first time I spoke at the Conservation Forum, and then after that I was like, you know what, that's it, that's what I have to do. And then sebetulnya ada beberapa tahun yang aku stop di dunia entertainment karena I don't feel it's not me gitu, dan sebetulnya memang dari dulu it's not me gitu kan. I always wanted to be a zoologist, marine biologist, vet, dokter hewan gitu kan. Memang dari dulu. It just so happened that I was blessed with this platform and I'm grateful for it. And then I started to come back because people were like, "Nad, you can use this platform for good," and it's an incredible blessing. So that's what I do, and I'm grateful for it.
I'm so grateful that you are now using your platform for all of these information. I mean, aku belajar banyak dari Mbak Nadya because now you are more open about the things that you know, the things that you learn about environment, about lifestyle, a healthier lifestyle yang juga lebih environment friendly, and also about mental health. And imagine if you're not opening all this stuff for us, kita juga jadi kayak nggak belajar segitu banyak. I mean, I learn about vegan juga dari Mbak Nadya sebenarnya. I'm so thankful that you do share about all of this thing and you're very generous in sharing everything. Thank you so much. Sebelum kita selesai, I'm gonna give time this last few minutes to maybe there's no question here actually. Cuma dari tadi udah ada dari komen sih, tapi aku pikir tadinya akan ada beberapa pertanyaan di kolom pertanyaan. I'm just gonna read one or two of the questions that I gathered from the comments from the later post, from the former post. Dia bilang bahwa, topiknya keren banget ya, ini dari Vanda K. Dia bilang katanya, ada tips nggak Mbak Nadya tentang life after the pandemic? Bener nggak our waste and plastic usage increase a lot during this pandemic? Gimana effort kita menghadapi itu? Tadi udah dibahas juga ya sedikit ya Mbak Nadya. But do you have any other tips?
Well, if you want to talk about mengenai plastik, dan plastik itu sebetulnya complicated. Sangat complicated karena kalau kita dari luar kita lihat plastik, kita cuma lihat plastik doang. Tapi sebetulnya ada sekitar 1,000 macam plastik kalau nggak salah, like a lot, ratusan atau like different types of plastic. Dan biasanya kalau kita bikin produk di dalam satu produk ini bisa berapa macam plastik. Berarti produk ini kalau dikirim ke recycling sebetulnya susah sekali di recycle. So what can people do? like become a product designer. Right? Design products. Like if you think about the plastic problem, we're thinking about the end. Kita sekarang lagi pikirin masalah plastik yang sudah jadi sampah. Gimana kalau pikirin plastik yang sebelum dibuat jadi produk? Right? And we go into the design side of stuff. So that's just one level of thinking, right? Another level of thinking is sebagai ibu, kita yang pegang dompet buat di rumah. Sebetulnya dompet itu sangat powerful. Karena dengan dompet ini kita bisa vote ya. Vote bahasa Indonesia? Vote.
Kita bisa bikin keputusan ya.
Oh ya, keputusan bisa. So we can vote about the products that we buy, the clothes that we buy, the products that we buy for the house, whether they've got lots of chemicals in them, whether the companies themselves are causing any damage. Some companies are also that we support are supporting, for example, a president in the United States. Right, so you have to really think. Okay, what is my dollar doing? Dompet ini yang sangat powerful sebagai ibu rumah tangga. It's so important to use that power to vote. Karena perusahaan yang they have not sustainable practices. Kalau mereka lihat bahwa consumer will choose the company that has more sustainable practices, mereka juga harus berubah.
Oh, that's why kayaknya salah satu challenges for the company nowadays adalah untuk hijrah bagaimana kita semakin lama semakin sustainable dan semakin environmentally friendly ya Mbak ya. Okay, next question I'm gonna read. Holly Catherine, how to keep the balance between staying informed with everything, maybe in this pandemic, and also staying off social media? Because sometimes it's overwhelming, but I'm afraid I'd be missing something important.
So, like I said earlier, turn off the news. Kita kalau di rumah kita nggak ada normal. We don't have a TV station, so we don't have CNN, BBC, any of those things. Dan biasanya aku cuma select beberapa podcast yang aku dengerin setiap hari. When I shower, I listen to the news like a news podcast. So that's my limit. Then through the day, I don't do any of those things. Dan di social media juga aku sangat selektif siapa yang aku follow. Kalau aku follow dengan orang atau accounts yang it's like affecting my mind and my mental kind of stability, then I will unfollow, right? And we all have that choice, right? But we must educate ourselves. So you educate yourself, but you do it selectively and carefully, and you check apa itu benar atau enggak gitu.
Okay. Do you have any recommendation for the podcast channels yang didengerin setiap hari?
I will share them on my IG stories.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. Do we still have time? One more question. Okay. How to find inner peace in this crowded world? Waduh. Dia kerjanya di luar kota tapi pikirannya ke rumah terus, pulang kampung. Sekarang saya work from home di kampung tapi pikirannya ke kota. Jadi bagaimana kita caranya mendapatkan sanctuary saya dari mana? Ini dari NSW Daily.
Okay, so one of the things that I recommend is di rumah kalau kita bisa we make our own little sanctuary in a corner, in a room, whatever space you have, right? And do things like meditasi atau yoga gitu, yin yoga yang simple, jangan nggak usah yang like elaborate gitu kan. So we can just do some simple yoga, some breathing meditations, light a candle, have a crystal, whatever makes you happy, right? Keep that space clean, and then set that time just for you. And if you don't have time, you're a busy mom, whatever, it's 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Because when you say ini adalah waktu buat saya sendiri, this is my time, aku invest di aku, you will feel good, even if it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes, because you know you've done that proactively. Like, this is my space. You say, I'm just gonna, like I do yoga nidra, which is like a sleeping yoga also. So I listen to a guided meditation, and it's like they lead you through the different body parts, right? So you think about your thumb, your finger. And when you do yoga nidra, buat 20 menit, itu katanya seperti tidur 3 jam. Jadi biasanya kalau aku sulit banget, aku do the yoga nidra 20 menit, baru aku bangun dan aku segar gitu kan. So I tell everybody, okay, I'm doing my yoga nidra now, nobody come, don't disturb me. And I lie down and I just do my meditation because kita harus invest ke kita. Apalagi kalau if we're trying to do good work in the community, we have to look after ourselves because seperti Dan yang founder of Contentment Foundation bilang, we cannot give what we don't have.
We cannot give what we don't have. Catat teman-teman. Jadi if you want to care about other people, you should care about yourself first. Is that correct?
Yes. And what I like to call it is smart selfish. If you're doing self-care just for yourself and self-indulgent, it's very different than if you're doing self-care so that you can be the best version of yourself for other people. Itu bedanya.
Aku udah mulai inspired dan udah kepengen banget meditasi langsung habis ini. Thank you so much for everything that you've given us. I'm so inspired, teman-teman. Sekarang aku jadi semangat banget mau yoga nija itu, pengen aku Google juga gimana caranya. Dan teman-teman, if we have the time, we can actually always make a space and a safe time for us to center ourselves, I think, ya.
Yes.
Just to keep that sanctuary for ourselves supaya kita selalu bisa happy dan in a calm state of mind.
Yeah.
Is there any other pesan atau a message that you want to give to us, Mbak Nadya, before we end this session?
I think kayaknya yang paling penting sih is to educate yourself. Just to educate yourself about the world, about so many different topics, dan bukan cuma harus lingkungan karena semua di dunia ini itu selalu interconnected ya. Itu semua interconnected. Jadi we have a need for people to look after the elderly. We have a need for people to be, activists. We have a need for people to be advocates. We have a need for people who are in business and legal and HR and all of those people and storytellers to be able to work with those people who are on the ground trying to do good stuff. So everybody plays a role, and find what it is that you're most passionate about, and lend your skill set. Lend your skill set, lend your voice, lend your platform. That's because we need it. We all need it.
Thank you so much, Mbak Nadya. Kalau gitu, terima kasih sekali. Sampai ketemu, dan please give us the links of the podcast. Kita looking forward banget nih mau ngikutin Mbak Nadya. Dan mungkin kalau ada podcast guided meditation yang yoga nija gitu mau ya, kalau bisa di-share.
Okay, Ken.
Yay! Thank you so much. Bye.
Alright, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Terima kasih, Dian.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.